He's like, yeah, that's legit. He can't even eat, bro. Look at him.
He's dog.
We are live.
We are live.
We are live.
Did I say welcome to the main event?
I'm not saying right, bro. You mad?
Oh, man.
Behave before you talk about what I'm talking about, yeah?
First been over episode, but it started to hit, man, especially towards the end. Just like this, as a setup episode, as a pilot episode, yeah, man, I feel like they did a great job. Like just establishing factions, who's going against what, who's going to be possibly colliding against each other, who's possibly going to have to be making like relationships and stuff. And yeah, it's actually, and I like the juxtaposition between like how they say the pirate, there's like the language barrier for everyone is kind of sick as well, but making us understand and making him not understand and have misunderstanding and understanding at the same time. I think that's kind of sick as well. But I was kind of confused because the guy will say that he spoke Portuguese, but then you're speaking English.
Yeah.
So were they trying to say that he's speaking Portuguese on behalf of saying that he's actually speaking? Because I was going to say that's crazy.
Because I think then I'm going to assume because then later on it's going to become too much.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the influence of Japan and the trade routes that once it opened up, everybody kind of was trading with Japan. So imagine now, so the Portuguese are there, right? Now you got the English. Spanish is already there as well, because we all know that Spain and Portugal were doing quite a lot of traveling back then, and the neighboring countries, especially like off the coast, it's easy for them to navigate both towards South America or the opposite way, like India and that. So I think then it gets too much with adding all these languages, especially for actors, actresses to learn all these things in it. So I actually like that.
No, I like it.
You know what I mean? Like
it's
keep it simple. As soon as they say, yo, you're the translator, all right, cool, we're over here. That's the language we're in.
That's the language.
You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then also all the subtitles get too much. Can you imagine? Bare subtitles, bro. Yeah.
This is
Portuguese,
yeah.
Japanese, Spanish, like, yeah, we just get a bit too much.
But no, man, it's
But
good. I'm glad that, like, well, the one I didn't like the most, when I saw the trailers, I was kind of worried how much influence the guy from England would have, but I feel like it's a good mix. It's almost like it feels half and half.
Okay.
So obviously he feels like, everyone feels like they're the opposite of each other. Oh, you come to our land, you're the savage, you're the one doing this and that and whatever. But we're seeing Japan how they handle things, and like I said, if it's disrespect, oh no, it's not disrespect. Man's saying that how it is. The way we interrogate people and we interrogate and torture people. We don't see it as savage, but you might see it as savage.
Right.
And it's obviously with the Englishman where it's like, what I've been doing isn't savagery. Oh, I'm a pirate. I might go pillage this, that, and the other, but that's how we do things over here in this side of the world. So then I'm coming to Japan. You man are the savages. You man are the this. I'm loving that the most because again, it's the misunderstanding, but it's also the same.
Yeah, I think where the foreigners depict as savage because they don't understand the levels of this. So for them, war is just out there and kill. That's how they'll subdue whoever they're beefing. While on that side of the world, which is why they have the art of war, is to like finish you on a whole different level. Now, peep this, that guy was cooking there for hours. His screams was finishing everyone. Like even the Japanese guy that was there, bro, he couldn't even touch his food. And these people was the one who's running that. Do you know what I'm saying? So they're playing a whole different like psychological game when it comes to this because death can be like either a very long one or a quick one.
Yeah, the uncle said it as well. He's like, oh, the guy didn't speak. He's like, bro, after all that, I got nothing.
And he also clocked, hold on, he didn't die as quick as the Christians did.
Which one?
The guy that was getting boiled.
Who didn't die as quick as?
So you see the uncle, the one was like, oh, tell me a poem about him. he was like, oh, did you notice he didn't die as quick?
Oh, yeah.
That means these lot are no traders.
Yeah.
You see that? That's bro.
You're like, you know you've been on war, like you've been out here.
You've been out here, bro.
Like experiencing pain.
And because of language barriers, well, I can't hear what you're gonna say to me. Okay, you're gonna show me.
Boom. That's what I'm saying. Even with the whole rope thing as well, where it's like, I sent man down there to die, he slipped or whatever. But then I noticed that, instead of getting taken away by the waves, he's about to kill himself. I was like, yeah, so...
He didn't even understand.
He didn't understand.
He was like, why would he do that?
But he kind of understood as well. Like I said, as soon as he come up, man just bowed. It's like, bro, you... Like the whole Boyle thing where it's like, just see you as any guy, but you survive that. You come back up. No, mad respect to you. Bro, those situations is crazy. The whole language, I love the language, but I think that's the biggest turn for me. Because
that's not easy to do, bro.
Transcending that.
Bro,
like
that's
I said,
not
it's not easy to do either.
No way. And I feel like the people behind this really have an understanding of what they want to capture and show it to the viewers. Because we can only imagine, because even right at the beginning, I was like, raw, I can't imagine how it was for these men back then. Now, bear in mind, that's me, someone who's got other languages and had to learn a new language. And even I can't comprehend to that level of how you lot did what you did back then. Do you know what I'm saying? Where, like, it's easier for you now to go to another country and learn that language because people are more open. Back then, people weren't open like that. Yo, you're a savage. You're not from here. You're a savage. No, you're the savage. Like, there's already animosity between them. So to show that and at the same time show understanding because of how you've been in life, like, obviously the pilot, he's seen things. He's most likely a warrior because you see the scars on his arms. There's the eyes is also a way of communication. Tough, man. Super tough. And the uncle being like, yo, these men came on our port, on our shores. He could be an ally. He doesn't know it yet, but he's like, it could be because when the leader died, he had 5 of them, yeah? Because now there's 5 of them. So you see the council that's going against him, yeah? So there's 4 of them and him. So that's 5. And then they had the leader who passed away. So he's like, well, if 4 of them are against me, I need to find other allies. And the world is coming to us. And you already seen the way he talks that he has an understanding about like art of war and stuff like that. And that's where they gave us the Falcon right at the beginning about disguising on the sun and attacking when his thing. Gems right there, do you know what I'm saying? So like they're laying the playing field very nicely for us to understand the characters and understand, okay, this is why he's making this move. This is why he'll pair up with the girl and the guy. Bro, it's so sick what they're doing with this show, man. I'm loving it.
Yeah, but I just feel like it won't be so straightforward because I feel like his brother has also now got more of an understanding. He wanted to take the ship, but he helped him. And also, the guy he sent as well was like, nah, we're confiscating this. You sound like you're already making plans. Man is not even dead yet.
I like that.
I'm just making sure everything's fine and dandy. And you see the son being like, raw. Like, okay, I'm still calculating because, like I said, he came to the uncle and he's like, oh, this, that, and red. I was like, oh, so why have you never used it before? Like, I've never heard of you. Okay, so everyone.
Oh, so your dad was keeping you away from the.
Yeah, see, everyone's making moves. I'm like, nah, it's like there's gonna be so much snakes in this. They're gonna come out real quick as well because it's mad, bro.
I love that because they say it. As soon as the leader died, everything went into chaos.
Yeah.
And even when he was in front of the council, and the guy was like, oh, I wonder what he would have said if he was still alive. His response was, he'd be glad that we still don't get along with each other. That just shows that he was a sick leader because he kept all 5 of them in check and there was no war. As soon as his death goes,
bro,
madness.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, bro. That's so sick, man. That's so sick.
But it's funny that he says that because sometimes you do need, not conflict amongst your council, but you need opposing like opinions. Because then like, for a leader to hear that, then it's like, oh, that one sounds correct this time round. That one sounds correct that time round. Because if you've always got like, a yes man, everywhere, bro. It's just
Man's not going anywhere.
yeah, thank you.
Like England just come and take over everything because you man just been on some
That's it.
amazing team.
Well, now that they're like I said, my man's fighting. Like, again, it feels like because they are fighting, we're only gonna find out who's the strongest now is gonna come out on top, and then the one that's the weakest will be X'd.
Yeah.
And maybe it's like you say, maybe it's the guy that's got 4 of him against him. Maybe now it's like if he can strum up a strong enough army, even from outside, the one we're following that's imprisoned.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So imagine he can then, like I said, he's got the lady.
It's got the foreigner.
And the foreigner.
Yeah.
So imagine now he's able to strum up a strong enough army from within and a foreigner from out or foreigners from outside, and able to, like I say, observe the 4 of the council. That's probably a good thing because, like I said, that's how the trade now comes in. That man could get more from outside.
I love that. I love that. As soon as you said that, I was like, oh, like you're onto something.
You know what I'm saying? So
it's not what you wanted, but this was what was the best thing for us. Because even when the Spaniard is like, when you go outside and you see Osaka, tell me, what do you see? What kind of man is to rule all of this?
Bro. And he's like, do you see this back home?
No! Bro, man's over here running the dirty streets, living with pigs and that, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, nah, bro. Nah, it's so tough, man. I'm gonna watch this episode again, bro. This episode is so sick, man. It's so sick. And I just love the level of conflict, but also it's almost like a poem, like to this thing, because there's so many narratives, and obviously we've only watched one episode, and we're just learning the backstory of each one. The girl, her dad, you know what I'm saying, how she lost everything.
Similar to that lady. Yeah, so she lost her bloodline as well, which is
because man spoke out of line. What?
No, that shit is crazy.
The baby just got here.
Thank you. Baby and the dad, you know.
The baby just got here, bro.
Yay.
And I think it's because the baby's a boy, right?
Oh, can't remember, but yeah, something
because
like that.
Because the girls usually stay, because even the girl whose dad used to run the thing, he's like, oh, I know you're not happy because you would have gladly gone with your dad as well. But it seems like all the girls stay and the men, like that bloodline is gone.
Yeah, they make sure, you're
finished. Like, so you don't come back for revenge or anything like that.
Yeah.
Bro, nah, these men are sick with it, man. Bro, these men are sick with it.
Their philosophies is different, man.
That's it. I love the philosophy of it, man. So sick. I'm interested to see now how the leader that was on Crud, the one that was trying to keep all the treasures, what's going to be his purpose in all this thing? Because there is factions here. So there is the council. I want to see where he's going to be, because obviously he's already had that interaction with the Englishman, and there's a sort of understanding of warriorship between them. And he was already making plans because his lord was supposedly going to die. Where are you going to be in all this? Because during the trailers, it seemed like you're going to be the main op.
Thank you.
So I want to see his full turn around and come up to power as well.
Oh, I hope not. I hope that gets just sussed out. Because like I say, like he's already making plans, and now that the English barbarian is now within that trinity, And like I said,
so where's he going to be amongst that?
I would say below the barbarian, so he's going to maybe like Chinese whispers to my man's ear. Because that whole situation is mad, where he really sent the old guy to make sure the ship was confiscated and directed to. Then the uncle's like, yeah, and then you got the son, bruv, also like he's smart enough as well. Yeah. So he's going to be...
But he doesn't have enough experience because they've got a spy in his town.
Yeah, that also don't know. But he could, and he's also easily rattled. Man, like he's hearing screaming, can't eat. The other uncle's just like just eating and bro, he don't care. Like even then it's like, the prostitutes or the geisha.
After you've cooked, man, for hours.
Bro.
You're sick in the head, bro.
And even with the geisha situation as well, where it's like, oh yeah, she's just in my room, whatever. So, excuse me, what are you doing? Oh, do you mind? Hey, go on. Bro, he is unhinged to a certain degree anyway. Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, He's
See, I don't want him to necessarily be the op. Because he said, look, I told our leader it was stupid of him to go to the meeting because that's a death trap. So once I told you, you made your decision, I'm gonna go and make plans ahead of time because what I told you is kind of came to fruition.
But he's only one step ahead. Well, that guy is free.
That's the thing. The thing is, he didn't think how smart
Exactly.
a leader is.
Yes,
you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Like he left someone to make sure he's getting messages.
Yeah.
While still being imprisoned. So my man's not saying someone's we will call it. There's a spy in our village, bro. It was never your village. You came in trying to take everything that wasn't yours. That's what I'm saying. So even though he's like that step, he's already made the step for he made already plans. Oh, my man's already gone. Yeah. All right, cool. Now I'm making plans for when he's not here. Shit. But my man's making plans when I'm not here. I'm still here. That's the difference between them, man. So,
yeah, absolutely. So I want to see how his journey going to be as well, man. Because he's an interesting character.
No, boom. No, I totally agree. Yeah.
Right? So I don't want him just to be any guy going for power. Nah, bro. Show me why, you're on this thing and why you're making this decision, isn't it? Oh, but look, guys, it's your turn to go ham in the comment section below. Second episode's coming real soon. And yeah, man, who's your favorite character? What narratives you kind of looking forward to in this series? Because right now it's looking super sick. And we even touching the production.
Yeah, it's so good. And we're just let's just talk about the camera, the camera angles, the look, everything's on point.
The music was mad. Music was mad.
Everything's good, man.
But yeah, I'm Raven your GS.
So I'm Mr. Blitztech.
And we shall see you next time. Peace.